Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Caitlyn Doughty's Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? And I know this is a book that is actually written for children, but I see it as a reference book. And the whole time that I was reading it, I could actually hear Miss Caitlyn in my head because I have a very active imagination. Some people say it's overly active, but nevertheless, I could actually discern Caitlyn's voice in my head, and it made it all that much more entertaining for me. So I really like what she does, and I like the fact that she puts a friendlier face on death and reminds us of, the old memento mori, the true saying that you too shall die. And of course, like taxes, death really can't be avoided. Unless we find some kind of technology like an altered carbon, which I really wouldn't recommend because immortality just doesn't appeal to me. Plus, it would get confusing after a while if you were paying for a new facade or whatever it would be. I don't know what it would be in this case in our lifetime, but I think the technology exists. But neither here nor there, topic for another time. Something that really fascinates and disturbs me and unnerves me. But I really enjoyed the book, and I consider it a reference book because there's really quite a lot of good information in it. And my confessional is that nowadays I'm actually less afraid of death. I have been familiar with it since I was very young. Animals always died, and I knew why. But when I faced my first real family death, I was 10 years old. And I mean, I knew it was coming because I had a premonition about it. I mean, I didn't understand that I actually had premonitions because, I mean, I was precocious, but it didn't resonate within me because I didn't understand. Honestly, I just knew I had a gift, a freaky gift. But after Mom died, I became aware of my own mortality. And after Dad died, I thought, oh my God, I'm next, even though I'm still young. It was just, it's looming around the corner. I thought, the Grim Reaper's gonna come and get me. And after Dad died, I really wanted to be the next one, honestly, because it was a very difficult time. But oddly enough, I do a lot of research, and Caitlyn, her YouTube was in my recommended. I thought, I don't really know if I would like listening to a mortician, and she actually helped me quite a great deal. And I love the way she writes. She's very tongue-in-cheek. She's very witty and snarky and funny and engaging, and she distills the topic of death in such a way that is accessible to everybody. And she defines death as what it really is. It's not an ending. No, it's a beginning. And I like to think of it as retaining somebody's essence. I like to think that there's something beyond this life, honestly. I believe in that. I know where I'm going when I die, thankfully. I'm no longer frightened by it. Well, the whole process, I think, when it actually happens, I actually had a vision about how it would go, which gave me great peace, because before I thought, oh my God, I'm going to die in pain, and I'm going to be a burden, and I'm not going to make any sense, I'm going to have dementia. I mean, my family has no traces of that, but it was just static in my mind. making me believe that these things would happen to me, and I know better. My dad actually proved that you can choose. You have the decision. And I never really thought that much about it. I thought, well, if that's the case, then I want to go the way he did. And I know this sounds very morbid, but unlike my mother, you know, my mother had a lot of pain, and a lot of people didn't know that, but she had morphine and she kept it managed. But I think that she was really hiding the fact that she was just in constant excruciating pain, and it still gets underneath my skin. And I wish, I thought, oh, I could have done more. I could have gotten her into the loving arms of God earlier, but it's neither here nor there. And I know she forgives me, because of course you can't know everything, and you cannot be prepared, no matter how much people say, oh, you can handle it. Death is very personal. Grief is extremely personal. It's individual, and we all face it differently. And the topics in the book itself are a way to embrace it, I feel. And Caitlyn is just such an acolyte. I think she is a light. She is very sagely, and I would love to meet her. I think that she would be a really cool person just to hang out with, because I have a very unusual sense of humor, and I feel like we would get along. But it's a very interesting book, and if your kid is asking you questions about death and whatnot, what better way to prepare them and make them more comfortable with it? Because, you know, it comes to us all, and it's an awkward conversation, just like sex is, and you can breach the topic with an icebreaker like, will my cat eat my eyeballs? Because it's just so exceptionally written and done in such a way that everybody can get something out of it. And not only that, but it is just wickedly funny, and I just absolutely adore the humor, because I myself, sometimes I can get really dark in my humor. Must be my double Scorpio personality traits. But that's basically all I have to say about Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs. So, until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.